Okay, here we go. Today's lesson. So we are moving into trigonometry. We have switched gears. We're going into converting between degrees, and now we're going to introduce something called radians. All of your lives up until this point, you've been making sure your calculator is set to degrees. Grade 12, we're starting to introduce the idea of rads. So you'll have to forgive me because I'm a little bit rusty on this whole video making. It's been a couple years since COVID. Okay, so what are our values then? Let's learn some new terminology. So the idea is a radian is a different way of saying a degree. So normally we would be like, how large is this angle? What degree is it? It's now we're calling it a radian. It's just a different way to measure degrees, like angles. It's like a different way to measure temperature. Canadians use Celsius, Americans use Fahrenheit. It still means the same temperature when you stand outside, even if different numbers are being used. So um, Trig got into that and they started to introduce some new words and different ways of measuring things. Reason is they based it off pi, 3.14, and all those other numbers. So they radians are measured in like just numbers and decimals instead of having a degree sign or anything like that. How do you find a radian? Well, the arc length is the amount of circle that's being covered by whatever the chunk of angle is doing. So in this case, the angle is covering the inside, so the arc length is the inside of this triangle with radius r. And you can find number of radians by doing a simple idiot triangle. Mr. Morrow was my chemistry teacher before Miss Jones was at our school. I think Mr. Morrow retired and Miss Jones got his job. So Mr. Morrow used to call things like this idiot triangles, and I loved it because I understood it. You could set this up with speed equals distance over time. There's a bunch of moles equals molar mass or mass over molar mass. Like there's a bunch of these types of relationships that we see in math and science. So the way we would set up our idiot triangle is we'll draw a triangle. We'll draw a triangle. If I get mad in the middle of this video, it's because the cat is making me crazy because she doesn't like that I am. Okay, so in this triangle that you set up, if something's right beside each other, it's multiplied. If something is above and below each other, it's considered division. So that's why Mr. Morrow called it the idiot triangle, because so long as you could put the things in the right places, the math would always work for you. So theta is, that's theta. It goes right there, and then the A is on top, so it goes there, and then the R is on the bottom, so it goes in the bottom. So theta equals arc length divided by radius. As long as you know two of these things, you can find the third, all right? So let's do this. So 1 radian is considered when the circle has a radius of 1. How much do you have to focus on that? Not very much, but this is what you would have to be able to do. It wants you to now determine the measure of the angle. So let's find this theta value. If we know an arc length of 6, this is our A value, and a radius of 6. So then I go and I see theta equals arc length divided by radius. Theta equals arc over radius, which is arc of 6, radius of 1, theta, oh no, 6, 1, there we go, 6 divided by 6 is 1. Rads, because it's a radian, so our unit is rads. It's not like a degree sign or anything like that. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so theta is, you stay there, is arc length, which is 10 divided by radius, which is 5. Okay, today that is 2 reds. And there's our first couple of examples. Go to video 2.